And I remember once my mom telling another woman that was complaining that her baby cried a lot. And my mom said to this other lady, just let her cry. They need to become independent. Life is hard. They need to learn early. Otherwise, you're going to raise like a weak kid, like a needy kid. You don't want that. My mom was proud that her kids were independent. They didn't need her as much. Not like the kids of these other parents.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So I'm 6 years old, and I remember I'm with another stranger, and my mom left us with whoever was ready, willing to babysit us. She had 3 kids, and she didn't have much money, so she took whatever she could get. And my parents were young parents. By the time my mom was 23, she had 3 kids. And I remember with these new babysitters, there were a new set of rules every time. I had to adjust to these new rules. I had needs. It didn't matter. Because most of the time I was surrounded by adults that basically didn't know how to meet their own needs. So they expected everyone around them to meet their needs. And if the people or things or children around them didn't meet their needs, they blew up. They got super angry. They would say mean things to us. And so us kids had to meet their needs. I needed to meet their emotional needs. My needs were irrelevant. And by this time, I had already learned to scan the person I was with and become who they needed me to become. And then I'd hope, well, maybe my needs could be met. You know, like maybe they'll speak to me nicely, be kind to a child, or needs like having food when I'm hungry. See, I was hungry a lot. I had a big appetite growing up, and I was naturally athletic. I moved a lot, and my body was always athletic looking. And there were many comments about how I ate too much. And I felt shame for even asking to eat again. And then I wonder, I become an adult and I'm shameful with my food and it's all messed up with my food and my body and the binge eating and all that sort of stuff. So learning to abandon my needs didn't start at the age of 6 years old. It started much younger than that. And I have memories of when I was just a baby and I was left in the crib with a dirty diaper like for hours. And I wouldn't cry. It's like I knew I wouldn't be attended to. It was really interesting. And I remember once my mom telling another woman that was complaining that her baby cried a lot. And my mom said to this other lady, just let her cry. They need to become independent. Life is hard. They need to learn early. Otherwise, you're going to raise like a weak kid, like a needy kid. You don't want that. My mom was proud that her kids were independent. They didn't need her as much. Not like the kids of these other parents. She had no idea that what she was really teaching us was how to abandon ourselves and be for everyone else what they need you to be. That's independent. That's strong. What's really sneaky about this is that I did all sorts of therapy. It feels like I've worked every corner of the personal development industry. spiritual, all of the things, half a dozen healing designations, all of the things. You know why? Do you know why? Because abandoning myself was second nature. I got so wrapped up into abandoning myself and trying to fix myself, abandoning myself because something must be off with me. I'm broken. I'm wrong. If things are not working in my life, it's me. I'm the problem. I must be doing something wrong. I mustn't know enough. I must learn more. And again, abandoning myself. I was never there for me. I never had my back. Do you have your back? Do you really have your back? Do you love yourself no matter what? When things happen, do you immediately assume you made the wrong decision? I shouldn't have said that. I can't believe I said that. I'm always screwing it up. I messed that up again. Oh, I must need more healing. Oh, I don't know enough. Maybe I need to learn more. I'm not enough yet. I'm not enough. See, I was constantly judging what I needed as though it was wrong. Judging my needs like they don't matter. I never looked to see, hey, Nat, what are your needs right now? Didn't matter. What mattered is that I become exactly what the world wants me to become. That's what matters. That I knew exactly how to do. Oh my God. That was my comfort zone. That was my power. I know exactly how to do that. And indirectly transferring all of this to my daughters. And if that means I have to change myself and transform myself and do all the work again and again and force myself for a certain identity so that I can have and get what others have, then I will do it. Because I know how to survive. That's me trying to survive life again and again. And doing all of this for these little moments of recognition, these little moments of joy, these little moments of love until those great little moments. And I achieve those goals. And then it's gone again. And then I look at myself thinking, what are you doing wrong again, Natalie? Fuck, you don't know enough again. You're fucking everything up. Something's wrong. Let's go get another healing designation. So I'm here to talk to you about how your mom dimmed your light. How she put you down. How she made you feel. How you abandoned your own needs to meet hers. And for some of you, you're like, well, my relationship with my mom wasn't that bad. And then I get clients that start looking into it because we go really deep and they're like, oh shit. So we're here to talk about this. Like how you abandon your needs to meet those around you. How you were the good little girl. You followed the rules, even if it meant going against your needs, or, right, you would fight them and then feel like you never fit in for some reason. You may be afraid that you're passing this down to your own daughter, your kids, or maybe your kids are bumping up against you right now. Maybe there are problems with your kids right now. Maybe it's not really great with your kids. And because they were not taught to express their needs, your kids were taught to abandon their needs, they can't explain to you that they were tired of abandoning themselves. Kind of like how you're tired of abandoning yourself. So by the time I became a teenager, by the time children become teenagers, they act out and they rebel. Or they repress it and become depressed because they're so tired of abandoning their own needs. And they don't know it. They just feel the weight of it. They can't even see it. You can't even see it. And then you say things like they're teenagers, they're hard. Kids are hard. We have a society that has normalized all of this. Well, let's put our kids in therapy. It's their fault. Let's separate themselves. Shit's happening in their lives. This has nothing to do with me. I was a great parent. All humans on this planet can only abandon their needs for so long. After a while, the mental health breaks down, the bodies break down, our work and business breaks down, our love life and relationships break down, our compulsions and addictions get stronger. Binge eating, overworking were my addictions. The majority of society was taught to abandon their needs, especially their emotional needs, and we call this normal. We're not taught how to deal with our emotions. We're taught how to hide them.